We had a good run with these guys yesterday, put on a good show. I think VIR really suits these small Formula cars because it is a narrow circuit, especially down the back there through Snake and then up to turn 10. These cars, very low to the ground. They're like little go-karts, but bigger.
Yeah, these are lots of fun. VIR is... I can't think of a car that wouldn't be fun to race here.
That's true, yeah.
Come to the green flag. And let's see if Fairchild can duck out front here of Mark Clark.
Scott Fairchild, Mark Clark, Bob Hatley, and Dave Fairchild all ready to go racing here in our Group 2 action from SVRA here at VIR. The green flag waves and the long run down to the horseshoe begins. And a good tight start too, but no change at the front. The inside run
Bob Hatley. Bob Hatley up
it.
front in the green car takes over from Mark Clark.
Yes,
he is in a post-club Ford. And this is, again, Bob Hatley's first time to VIR. He said he had a good run yesterday. He did loop it. He told me he did a full 360 and just kept on going. It wasn't a spin and win, but it was a spin and podium, I think.
That'll do. I'll take that. Well, you can't miss that green car, can you? Even through the woods.
Yeah, no, that's a really pretty, and that's a wrap, actually. That's not a paint job. And I was surprised by all the curves and lines that he was able to wrap that. But he came to Auto Club Speedway a few years ago at one of our events with that new wrap. So Fairchild, this is his home track, a really good Formula Ford racer, ducks out front, which is not a surprise. But the surprise here is Mark Clark giving up his position. There's Mark Clark right there in that number 5, giving up his position to Hatley right away like that. Now, Hatley does have a little bit of an aero advantage with the newer post-club Ford on that long straightaway going into turn 1. But look at Fairchild out here.
No!
Oh, this could be a great race, ladies and gentlemen, because he's not off. He's going to go off here. He's going to have to come back and rejoin. He's doing the smart thing, waiting for the corner worker to guide him out. That is very rare, but it is cold tires for Scott Fairchild.
Yeah.
And this is going to heat up this race because now he's going to have to work his way through. And like we've talked about before, now it's Bob Hatley's race to lose. Kim Madrid right there on the back of that group of 4 up front, and if she can duck in behind, because these Formula Fords, just like any cars here, they punch a hole through the air, and you're going to be faster that way. And there goes Fairchild up the hill, so it looks like he's now going to drop back into about 6th position.
Well, poor old Scott Fairchild, yeah, coming out of 10 and then into 11 and just spun it round, and I think, yeah, just a little bit not fully up to temperature, probably trusted it too much. We'll take another look at it and we'll judge it then, I think. What do you think, Ben? Everything was going well until it wasn't.
Good line. And I'm going to say cold tires.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the grip that he normally has.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Weird.
He did the right thing, though. Looped it around, stayed in the power, put his foot in the clutch, didn't stall it, and got back on the track. So there's Bob Hatley in the lead.
Yep, a 2:16.9 by him, 2:17.5 by Mark Clark. So they're very close in times in that respect. It doesn't really matter because you can see the gap for yourself.
So Dave Fairchild, Scott's dad, is now ahead of him. And Scott Fairchild fell back to 6th, but look for him to really move up. There's Kim Madrid fighting against Dave Fairchild there.
Well, Hatley in that Swift DB3. We did have Mark Giraud, who got the fastest time in qualifying in that Brabham, but he's not out there at the moment. So this is, like you said, opened it up, really. We've got a good battle at the front now, starting to form, and another one for 3rd.
And you can see Fairchild there in the back. That's Dave Fairchild, his father right there in front of Kim Madrid in the pink car. Kim Madrid and that with the deadhead sticker on the Crossley. We love that. If you're a deadhead, I am a deadhead. So there is Dave there.
She's got the mohawk as well.
And you can see the different body styles. It seems like Dave might have a little bit of an aero advantage with his body style there. He is in a 1979 Zinc Club Ford. And then, let's see, what group are we at here? And there is Fairchild just trying to make it up. But the bad thing is he's not in a draft. It's going to take him maybe a lap to get behind Kim Madrid there.
So 69 to 70. 80 is about the most. Well, no, there's a 2000 Van Diemen out there with Gregory Stam. So we go from 69 to 2000. That's a real cross section. It shows you, A, how much they haven't really changed at this level over the years, especially as competitive as they are. As we take a look at the 65.
David Thomas.
Yeah, that's a Zinc Z10.
here is Scott Fairchild catching up to the group. Let's see, by turn 1, he might be a little closer to Kim to where he could maybe make a move at the uphill S's. But he's going to have to put together some perfect laps here. So there's our leader, Bob Hatley, followed by Mark Clark, followed by Dave Fairchild. There's Mark Clark there in that number 5.
Good-looking car, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
like the look of the Crossleys.
Yeah. And that's another thing about this form of racing is that the Swifts, the Crossleys, the Bramhams, the Zinks, they've been around forever. You mentioned the Tiger. I wasn't familiar or that familiar with the Tiger before this, whereas the Crossleys, the Zinks and so on have been around, well known. And then you get into Van Diemen's and so on. And like I said, I do a lot of racing in New Zealand. There's hundreds of them down there. And they too are still running. It's ironic. They don't even call it historic racing. They just call it Formula Ford.
Yeah.
So you can see it from the drone going up the hill again, past the apartments up there, and up to the tricky section, which is 10, 11, and Oak Tree 12.
Leo Adi there. That 52, 1978 Taiga FFA. Coming up to what I think is a tricky turn 10.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's the toughest corner.
Yeah. My man, the Sniffler, and his wife are working the corner at turn 10.
So you don't even know the corner work.
Well, he's usually our black flag. He's the guy we were talking about that numbers his socks.
Ah, yes.
So that's the corner workers. That should make some of the drivers nervous.
Dave Allison in the Alexis Mark 15, that all-yellow car. It's bright sunshine. You can see the rear wheels turning. I love it.
Oh, he's getting close.
He's getting there. He's getting very well indeed.
So he's past Kim and Dave. So he's up in third already. We didn't see how he passed Kim and Dave, but probably on that back straight. Yeah. So now it's Bob Hatley's to lose. Bob and Mark Clark. Let's see what they can do here.
There's the gap. You can see it. So here comes Hatley to cross the line. Second place, Mike Clark, and then Scott Fairchild, who had that spin, is right there in third place. His last lap, a 2:10. So he's on a much quicker pace at the moment, and certainly online to have time to catch these guys before the end of the 7-lap race.
And I'm getting some comments. We have Vivka from Germany, watching from Germany, Medford, Oregon, John Montgomery, Bluffton, Hilton Head. We've got some Hilton Head Island watching us there. Edward Bigda. So leave us a comment on our Facebook or YouTube of where you're watching from and who you're rooting for.
And there's Dave Fairchild. And so it's Scott Fairchild and Dave Fairchild now third and fourth. So he's passed Dad and Kim Madrid. And now, how quickly I tell you what, by the time we get to the back straight, that third place man, Scott Fairchild, is going to be on it, if not sooner. So I think we can see him getting back into ascendance and possibly vying for the lead before the end of this lap.
Dave Fairchild looking good through there. So there's Bob Hatley, followed by Mark Clark. Mark Clark is about to be.
Now this is where he spun, of course, so is he going to be careful? No, he's going to send it.
Mark looks like he's giving him the inside. Scott doesn't duck down in there. He's going to try to make the pass here out of the draft.
Yeah. Get
so
the draft
look for him to duck out to the right or to the left here. He's going to get a little bit closer than him. But now those two cars are faster than Bob Hatley.
Yeah.
So if they work as a team, they're going to be able to catch the leader, and that's probably exactly what Scott. But that's what Scott was thinking. He's going to stay behind him as long as he can, because with these momentum cars, every little bit counts.
But that was a classic overtake. Use the draft, jink out, and then get to the end and into roller coaster, and he's up to second place. Wonderfully done.
Closing that gap too. He knows this track so well, knows exactly where his brakes are, where he's hitting his marks, and look at this. He's going to get Hatley, I think, here before turn 1.
Here we go then. Yeah, he's going to get him going into Horseshoe by the looks of things, and maybe before, as you quite rightly point out, because they're just coming onto the straight, and now they're already side by side, and they haven't crossed the line. He jinked back into behind Hatley as they cross the line, and here they come. Hatley doing a good job, though, of defensive driving, and here we come, and he's just not quite close enough this time. He's going to have to wait, I think.
I think Hatley might have just a little bit of an aero advantage.
Right.
And Fairchild's, he's smart enough to know that he can get him in the twisty bits because Bob just isn't as familiar with this track. You know, this is Bob's first time here, and this is Fairchild, Scott Fairchild's hometown race, basically. And the cool thing about this is just the camaraderie in vintage racing. Scott and Kim and Bob Hatley reached out well before this race, and Scott sent them all kinds of information and speed secrets. So now he's kind of racing against himself because he's taught them as much as he could, you know, with his experience in drawing out maps and telling them how to take each corner.
But that's the essence of vintage racing. And here we are, we're in for the lead now. We've got a great battle here at the front as they come under the bridge and back up the hill. This the race for the lead. Fairchild, having spun round on the first lap, having led, is now vying for the lead again. Hatley trying to hold him off as they come down the hill one more time, and it'll be down that back straight, and I think we'll see another classic slipstream and overtake, and Hatley really can't do much but weave at this point because he's well, there's nothing he can do except drive as hard as he can, but look, you can see that slipstream. He's right tucked underneath there, and can he pull away?
Looks like Hatley has a little bit more power. That could be an aero advantage.
Yeah.
But look for Fairchild just to wait for Hatley to make any kind of little mistake or maybe not hitting his mark just right. Fairchild will take advantage of that. I've seen him do it before with Doug Meese here.
Ooh, very close. Very close coming into the roller coaster and down the hill. Coming up is Hog Pen. Surely not going to make a move there, and I think he'll wait for the straight, and he is. He's tucking himself in as they go through Hog Pen, and now on the long run to the straight, he's already looking for a way past. He goes to the inside, now the outside. Now he'll tuck himself back in and try and get the slipstream again and make the move at Horseshoe. But like you say, the straight line speed of Hatley's car is really good. Hatley in that Swift DB3 really getting the drive down the main straight, and so that's going to be a problem for Fairchild if he wants to win this race. This is 6 of 7, so one more lap to go after this, but in a straight line, the number 8 all green is menacing. Look how he's pulled away since they came down roller coaster where he was right tucked underneath, and then that long straight, and he's given himself what, 5 car lengths ahead?
Yeah. We've got a great crowd here at the VIR Speed Tour. I love seeing that. I love seeing these shots that, you know, every year we keep trying to grow these events, and they are motorsports events with the groups that we have here, and love seeing these fans come out. So thank you very much. Christopher Vasquez.
Yes, we haven't mentioned him in the Crossley 32F.
Look at his head leaning there. Just driving this thing like a fighter pilot.
Yeah. Oh, there's no question. Whenever I go karting, I always lean my head. It's almost like you're willing it to be where you want it to be.
Yeah.
And they do say, look where you're going. And they don't mean close your eyes. They mean look where you want to be on the track.
New leader.
Yep, didn't take long, and he's got it done before the back straight this time. And I think he had given up on that idea. He knew that in a straight line, Hatley had the advantage, and so he needed to make it stick, and he's done it at the perfect time because now he can pull away, and that's exactly what he's done. But I wonder now, towards the end of this lap, whether Hatley will catch back up with it. Here we go, the 8A.
So I have Austin Knight saying that it looked like when he spun, Fairchild spun on that first lap, that he locked up the rears. He could be right there.
Well, it looked like the right rear did lock up, yeah.
That's a pretty car right there.
Yeah, it looks like a rabbit. Onto the back straight it goes. It's an Lexus Mark 15, the yellow and silver. And here he comes to take the last lap board. Now, can Hatley do anything? He was fast down the straights before, but he's not close enough at the moment. He's really going to have to put a phenomenal lap in if he's going to come back. Fairchild going high and wide through the Horseshoe. You can see from the drone it's what, 4 car lengths? And then there's the next battle behind, 3 cars involved.
That's Mark Clark, Dave Fairchild, and Kim Madrid. This looks like the
up.
battle to follow. Yeah, let's see. Her goal coming into the weekend was to beat Dave Fairchild. Let's see if she can get that done in about 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point you just made, which is in historic racing, because these guys race each other each week and they're friends and whatever, they set a goal. They don't worry about it. There's no championship points to win. It's a case of, yeah, my focus is that guy. If I can beat that guy, that's my weekend done. And I think all of them set a goal like that. Sometimes it's a lap. I want to get a quicker lap time around VIR or whatever it might be. But everybody's got their goal and everybody's looking to fulfill it. Battle for third.
I need to go turn cameras on for the next group, but I don't want to leave this yet. So I'm going to leave right after because I want to see what happens here. Mark Clark, Dave Fairchild ducks out to the left, trying to get out of the draft.
Yeah.
And looks like he's got it. Yeah.
Nicely done. Made that stick. He hesitated for a moment, but once he made it, he was through. Nicely done. So Scott Fairchild heading down towards the finish here. Bob Hatley led for quite some time, and obviously Scott made that spin while leading at the beginning, which made it a little bit more interesting because he had to side his way back to sixth place at one point, but it didn't take him too long. And as he comes onto the main straight again, you'll see the checkered flag ahead of him, and it will be Scott Fairchild who wins another very fast lap and a well-deserved win for him. Hatley gave up the ghost, dropped off the pace a little towards the end, but still takes second place. David Fairchild. So it's Fairchild affair, father and son. Son taking the win, dad taking third place. They'll both be on the podium. Mark Clark, in the end, holds off Kim Madrid, although she did put up a really good fight at the end there. And vigorously waving to the crowd is Scott. He'll be happy with that. Of Dave Thomas just coming through the line now in that Formula Ford Zinc Z10. And here's that final battle coming towards the line.
You done with us?
I love that picture of the checkered flag from that angle. Look at that, there you can see how close that finish was. Excellent. And just to confirm the lower places after Dave Fairchild in third place, Mark Clark takes fourth, Kim Madrid does take fifth, Leo Oddy takes sixth place, Dave Allison in seventh, Cristian Vasquez in eighth position, Dave Thomas in ninth. Well, he knows the corner workers, he knows some of the fans out there, and he's given them all away. Check on the results then. Scott Fairchild with the win in the Zinc Z10, and Bob Hatley in the Swift takes second place. Dave Fairchild, family affair then, on the podium in the Zinc, takes third. Mark Clark fourth. Kim Madrid in the Crossley takes fifth. Leo Oddy sixth. Dave Allison in the Alexis takes seventh. Christopher Vasquez in eighth position. And the Formula Ford of Dave Thomas in ninth position.